So I would be very surprised if Alyssa tries, actually allows it. I'm sure she'll be fighting tooth and nail to keep this thing going. She can't just take the L. She can take the D just fine. She can't take the L though. But her lawyers probably realize, the court knows, her lawyers probably realizes like, Alyssa, you went out of your way to delete tweets and all that. All those tweets that you tried to delete because they incriminated you, he has. People saved those and sent them to him. There's no way of you winning this thing. So I'm sure there'll be some kind of settlement, if anything, just to, shut Alyssa up. But Smash JT lawsuit update. Court seems open for motion to dismiss Alyssa's frivolous lawsuit. And keep in mind, this is a woman who proudly wears this in her hair. An updated development into the ridiculousness of this ongoing legal battle against Alyssa's baseless lawsuit. My attorney, Ron Coleman, this is JT, has reached out and given me some fairly promising news. The judge has now officially issued an order that suggests they're willing to entertain our motion to dismiss. However, before that can happen, Alyssa must first have the opportunity to amend her original complaint. The judge's official docket text states, order denying 7 defendants letter motion of a pre-motion conference. The court directs the parties to confer and file a proposed briefing schedule for defendant motion to dismiss and plaintiff's proposed amended complaint on or before March 14th, which is next Friday. March 14th, 2025, ordered by Judge Margot K. Brody on 3/3/2025. At this point, this is the best case scenario for us at this stage of the lawsuit. Essentially, the judge has thankfully opted to bypass any of the unnecessary pre-motion conferences and instead now instructed both sides to coordinate a schedule for the upcoming filings. This means 2 things. Motion to dismiss. We will submit our formal request to have this frivolous case thrown out as planned. The fact that the court is even considering this option is strong indication that Alyssa's claims may not hold up under scrutiny. Yeah, that's the biggest one. She has nothing. And again, the fact that she goes and deletes all these tweets, which he now has because people saved them all before she deleted them. So she can say, oh, defamation of character. But then he's like, nope. I said that she did this kind of work, and she said here and here and here. I have an entire several pages of tweets where she mentions the kind of work that she did. And the judge will be like, well, it was a joke, Your Honor. Well, you brought this joke up about, I don't know, 8 pages worth. Yeah. When's it stop being a joke, Alyssa? Amended complaint. The ball is now in Alyssa's court. If she wants to continue pursuing this case, which I'm sure she will, she must first revisit her original complaint and attempt to address whatever deficiencies exist within it. At this point, I have nothing more to do right now. The next move belongs to Alyssa. And if you notice, I'm saying Alyssa because every time I say her last name, I get hit with ad suitability because it thinks I'm saying something else. Even though she is, in fact, that. That's what it thinks I'm saying. Depending on how you say her last name, that's what it sounds like. But it's true. She is a, So I guess that's why she's wearing it in her hair, because she knows. She knows. She knows. She knows. She knows. She and her legal team must decide what they how they want to proceed, and even if they want to bother. They have until March 14th, so next Friday, to submit the proposed schedule to the court. With each step forward, it's becoming clearer and clearer that this lawsuit is on extremely shaky ground. It always has been. You know, always has been. The judge's decision here signals that our motion to dismiss has value and merit, and Alyssa must now scramble to make her case seem viable. He said mean things to me online, and he caused me to lose jobs, and people were disrespecting me because of him. But people were disrespecting you already before he came around. You do this stuff to yourself by opening your mouth. He has nothing to do with it. He's attacking me because I'm a woman. I'm a strong, powerful woman who says my father and boyfriend would like to have a chat with you. Yeah, real strong and powerful there. So strong and powerful that she sits on stream crying most of the time. Like, oh, it's so hard. And I'm not talking about the wieners. I'm talking about my life. You don't understand how hard it is to be me. People are just saying mean things to me all the time. Yeah, real strong woman there, Alyssa. Real strong woman. Given what we've seen so far, it's not looking great. Not looking great for her at all. Last we saw, Alyssa's previous message to the court was to try and drag another YouTuber by the name of Hypnotic into this for some unknown reason, while also clearly trying to dox his address and have some pretty, we'll just say, ill intentions. Yeah, she has no problem doxing people. Again, she put on the 50-something page document, legal document, onto her Twitter that had JT's address. You know, his address, where he lives with his wife and children. But then she goes on to say that she fears for her safety, and that's why she doesn't want her address known. But she has no problem putting other people's addresses out there, because she is one of those. She has already doxed me and my family in the original filing while redacting her own address. Yeah, so it's not like she overlooked it. I guarantee you it's like on the same page or the very next page. But no, she redacted hers because, oh my god, my privacy and my safety. But she has no problem letting out the address of a man, of his his home, where him, his wife, and children live. She's grasping at straws and has nothing to legally cling on to. In my humble opinion, if she continues this ridiculous frivolous suit, it'll be for one or two main reasons. She announced she's writing a book on Gamergate. That would benefit her potentially to add a chapter in her book about this saga, and two, to save the initial embarrassment of withdrawing. Hell, if delusional enough, she may think that she has a chance of... That's actually probably it. That's probably it. She probably thinks she can win. She thinks she can win. Because she's so used to winning. She's so used to getting what she wants. She's so used to people giving in to her. She's so used to people saying yes to her. So that is the case. She thinks she's going to win. Because that's what these people have thought for like the last 4 years. Because people have just given in to them and given them what they want. That's not the case anymore. You know, she messed with the wrong person this time. Someone who's like, nope, you know what? I have the money to sue you. I can sue you right back. And guess what? If you get found guilty, you can be held liable. Because it's defamation of my character. So you'll be held liable, and you're gonna have to pay me. You know, if this was any other person, but no, like JT, he's well off. Like, he can go against her. She wasn't expecting that. Same thing when she was with the fight me physically. She didn't expect anyone to challenge her, but Vera Dark, Mara Jade, both of them challenged her, and she declined. Both of them, because she's a freaking coward. Again, a strong, empowered female. Nope. Backs out of a fight. Well, I don't want you streaming it to your bigoted fans. Why? Because you don't want to see, and you don't want anyone to see how badly they're going to beat you? What, so you can say, oh yeah, I really taught them a lesson. They didn't have a chance against me. And then when they say, no, I won. Do you have any proof? Yeah, I do. No, you don't. Because, so you were streaming it? I told you explicitly not to stream it. You know, that's exactly what Alyssa would do. You know? A big, strong, powerful, independent woman. Ooh. Winning this and thinking about how she could help her sell more copies of it. No one's gonna buy it. Apart from her simps, you know, no one's gonna buy it. Who cares about Gamergate? Seriously. So yesterday. The problem is, the longer this drags on, the more costly it could end up being for her. And somebody could need to call an ambulance, but not for me. At some point, you got to cut your losses. Exactly. At least, in my humble opinion, before you get too deep. Because I'm into... No, I'm not going to keep making references. Then I'm going under... It's such a good song. I hope her lawyers are advising her of all the pitfalls, perils, possibilities, and whatever Doc said. I don't remember. For pitfalls for proceeding. At this rate, I'm not convinced. As we move forward, I'll keep you guys updated on any more developments. For now, we wait and see what Alyssa and her team come up with, if anything at all. Nothing. They have nothing. I hope they dismiss it and then Alyssa can finally fade into irrelevance. Maybe. I mean, but again, they don't have anything to work with. Everything she said, she's in fact done to him. The defamation of character, she's done to him. She's like I said, she's afraid of like her just the fact that she never redacted his address. He can show that to them. It's like, oh, well, she redacted her address, saying that, she's fears for her life, but she didn't redact my address where I live with my wife and children. She's got her boyfriend and her dog or whatever the fuck she has. So she's more worried about her safety than the safety of my wife and children. And the judge will be like, you got me there. You know, this isn't looking good for her. And the best thing that her lawyers can do right now is like, Alyssa, we know you don't like taking the L. We know you like taking the D though, but we know you don't like taking the L. But you're gonna have to take it this time. Even if we called Saul, he couldn't do anything with this. You've incriminated yourself. He wouldn't even be able to do anything for you. You know, people would say, better call Saul. No, he can't even do anything for you right now. He'd look at this and be like, oh, sorry, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. But she's incriminated herself so much at this point between not redacting his address, going and deleting tweets and, you know, things that she said, like about the certain work and all that. So it's like, oh, well, defamation of character. He said that I was a worker. But she was talking to, what's his face? Director of God of War and all that. And he's like, oh yeah, I did some cam work, online stripping or whatever. I'm like, so that was, you sold your, you were providing a service in which you would take off your clothes or do whatever, and people would pay you for that service. So where's the defamation of character here? But she's just so used to people giving her what she wants. She's used to having people around her like, oh my God, Alyssa, you're so stunning and brave. Oh my God. But then when she's alone, she's like, everything's so hard. My father and my boyfriend would like to have a word with you. But I'm a strong, powerful, independent female, and I don't need anyone standing up for me. Anyway, JT, buddy, don't let her dismiss. Like, you need to get everything you can from this chick. Just ring her through. You know, just let her know that her actions have consequences. So that way she will never think about doing this ever again to anyone else. Because she knows that other people will come prepared. So you need to, through the ringer, get whatever bit of money you can from her. There you go. Because she needs to be made, you know, an example needs to be made out of her to show that not only her, but other people who are like her, it's not going to be put up with anymore. It's not going to be put up with anymore. People are tired of people like her. You know, people are tired of these gaming journalists, and they're just activists who get mad because, oh my God, they said some mean things online about me. I'm going to sue you. We're going to sue you. We're gonna sue you. You know, people are tired of it. So she needs to be made an example of. So even if it's just a couple dollars, something, you need to get something from her. And let her and everyone else know that people aren't going to tolerate it anymore. We've reached the end of the line. People have let them run amok for the last 4 freaking years. They're not getting to run amok anymore. People are going to start holding them accountable. And if they want to go through with these frivolous lawsuits, then they need to be ready to pay the price. Because the internet is forever. So all those tweets that they sent and they made, and that they go back and try to delete, that's all been saved. That's all been saved. The incriminating oneself. So you need to, through the ringer, you need to, everything she can, just make an example out of her. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. No, is it really a game? Well, technically, I guess. Because, you know, Kotaku's gaming, ex-Kotaku. So I guess it's a game theory. I don't know. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.